One, two, three, three, two, one.
Hey, everybody. I stole your catch line. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Just a few minutes late. Oh, there's a notification. We must be actually live. This is our maiden voyage. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're going to be doing some amazing fantasy football.
Wait, are we actually live right now?
Yeah, here we are.
Oh, hey.
It should be it should be public this time. So technically we did
a demo.
Yeah, technically we did a maiden voyage several weeks ago, but so I'm excited, man. Say hello to chat, Josh. See if anybody shows up today. Here we go.
I don't see that. I don't know where to look to get into our stream.
Okay, good. We're muted there.
Oh, there it is.
And just.
Haha.
All right, cool. So forgive me, guys. We were caught off guard. We had some last-minute technical difficulties. I couldn't hear what I was trying to hear, and but otherwise, we are going to do probably a slew of mock drafts today. We'll throw in a couple of different formats: 10 teams, 12 teams, PPR, half point, maybe do a 2QB. We've got plenty of news to get to. I am excited, good, and hopped up on caffeine. And Josh, how are you doing this Sunday morning?
A little hungover.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it's my own doing.
I just took a sip of boiling coffee.
Oh, lovely.
So, I don't know. That's all I got, man. Like I said, I'm really excited. First time on YouTube streaming. I got a link to share. And do you have any news for us?
I have lots and lots and lots of news. Starting at the top with the quarterbacks, we have a couple of quarterback battles that we need to keep our eye on. First off, it is the Chicago quarterback situation with Justin Fields is apparently looking really, really good and looking like he was worth the 8th overall pick that the Bears spent on him, you know?
For sure.
He's been, and I mainly just bring that up because it's something to keep an eye on, you know? Like, if Fields is really going to be that good, that makes Allen Robinson that much better. And, you know, Darnell Mooney and, you know, to a much lesser extent, but my personal tight end sleeper, Cole Kmet, you know, probably going to be really good as well for him. Justin Fields is, correct me if I'm wrong, he's a little bit more of a mobile quarterback, right? Not necessarily a running quarterback, but he's got some legs on him, right?
He's definitely listed with those top 3 or 4 rookies. With having very, very adequate legs. Yeah, he is definitely an athletic dude, but don't let that overshadow his accuracy. It was great in college.
Right.
I think I might have been on the record saying he's the most accurate.
Not like maybe like a Trey Lance, but he's... Speaking of Trey Lance, I guess, he is also apparently really outshining Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco. You know, Yep. Garoppolo's been, I guess, Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, he's been okay and sometimes not. But I still think Garoppolo's going to start like week 1. I don't think it's going to be Trey Lance. I think that would be maybe a bit of a mistake. Like, let Trey Lance kind of come in and learn just a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I've been hearing like San Francisco has a week 6 bye, I think, week 6 or 7, and then that Trey Lance could start right after that bye. Yeah, you know, Trey Lance, like, I love Trey Lance going into the draft and everything, and him going to San Francisco at 3rd overall seemed maybe just a little high to me, but, you know, whatever. But, you know, if Trey Lance is going to really be the bee's knees in the Bay Area, then this has got to be good for the rest of the team, right?
Absolutely. I'm on board with, you know, I think Dalton becomes one of the best backups in the league. Like, it's not a slide against Dalton. That's just, as you've mentioned a couple times in the last few weeks, I've been very high on Fields. He's been my second quarterback since we were talking draft back in flipping July, you know. So I'm really excited to get this kid out there. He's the main one that I'm saying get on the field immediately. He can make an impact. Whereas I was a little bit more on Garoppolo's side in terms of who's kind of gonna wait and see there, but that's probably not going to happen now. So with Fields, yes,
like I said,
I
think Dalton still will start in week 1, and I still think he's starting week 2. I don't like
You're
Dalton hasn't been terrible.
I got you. Mm-hmm.
Dalton has been terrible in practice and in the preseason,
and it's only week 1 preseason. You know.
Yeah. It's just Fields is coming along really well, and Trey Lance, I think he's even ahead of. Yeah, I think he's even outperforming what the coaches were expecting out of him. Like just coming into practice and doing what he's been doing. Let's move on to Dak Prescott. He has a bit of a shoulder problem. He got an MRI, like we mentioned on this week's episode. What are you doing?
Did it change? I need to shut your face off for a second so I can share a link. That's all. Sorry. I was trying to do it unbeknownst to you. Bam, and we're back. There you go. Okay. Dude, the look on your face is priceless. Are you gonna go? Seriously, dude, go.
Is this like I was going for a comedic effect there? Sorry.
No, it's getting annoying now.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So, anyways,
now it's comedic effect.
Like I was saying, like we mentioned on this past week's episode, Dak had an MRI on his shoulder. When we recorded the episode, there wasn't any news on it, but apparently the MRI results came back, and he's healing rather well. And it doesn't sound like he's going to miss any regular season games. So great for Dak. Let's move on to some running backs. The first running back, well, it's more of a situation I want to talk about, is James Conner and Chase Edmonds. Sounds like they are like just taking a straight down the middle 50-50 split on carries and usage. And like we were kind of thinking that Chase Edmonds was going to get the first crack at like maybe having the lion's share of it, like a 65-35 split in favor of Edmonds. But it sounds like not. It sounds like this is a straight up 50-50. And I bring it up because now I'm going to it was really definitely, I think it definitely hurts Chase Edmonds' value. And I have definitely lowered him in my rankings. And I brought Conner up just a hair. Not much, but like a spot or two. But Edmonds definitely went down a few spots. What do you think about all that?
I was just glancing at my rankings. I have Edmonds at RB 31. I think it's kind of what we were fearing all along. I have Conner 36, by the way. So it's kind of it's almost like confirmation. Does that make sense? Like perhaps I'm rankings wise, I'm a bit high on Edmonds at 30. I don't know. That's out of RB2. So I think it's just kind of confirmation that we're like, it's one of those backfields that we're worried about. I don't, being an Edmonds guy, I also understand he's not necessarily uber talented enough to, you know what I mean, to just take that backfield and wow us. So it's concerning. Although I also feel like that Chase is the superior talent. Like Connor's just kind of hanging on. But if he can stay healthy with sharing the load, we've got a fantasy problem all year long.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a nightmare. And honestly, now that I think back on it, like I'm not really sure why I had Edmonds at 27, which I am, as we are speaking, and lowering him.
Sure. Copying and pasting. Yeah.
And now I put him just down to 34 because I don't know why he was at 27. I'm like, that seems like an oversight there.
Perfect.
I mean, I was doing my rankings like last night, and I was like,
I was just gonna say happen? Perfect tease for next week's show. The actual show, not the stream.
Next week's show, we're doing some rankings somehow, some way. Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out. We usually do. Anyway, so yeah, that's not good for Edmonds. But okay, like I was saying, like looking back, I'm like, I'm not really sure why I was really enamored with Edmonds all that much. Like he was, it's not like he was really that great last year when Kenyon Drake was kind of injured a little bit. So
he's a good catcher of the football. We felt that was the one thing I was going to mention is it's a negative confirmation.
He's a good catcher of football.
Yeah, right. In terms of, I kind of thought Edmonds was gonna kind of steal the receiving workload, at least a large percentage. And it's sounding more like touches are going right down the middle. That was a weird noise.
I mean, and it's not like Conner was really all that bad as far as a receiving back in Pittsburgh either. So,
but I felt like Chase was clearly the better guy for that role. and it's seeming more like either I was wrong or they just want to go 50-50 kind of with both carries and targets and catches and whatnot. So,
and it could easily be one of those like hot hand approaches too, where it's just, man, if this guy's really ripping it up in any particular week, they're just going to keep running him, and then the next week it might be James Conner, and then I don't think that Benjamin's going to really slip in there that much, but you never know, right?
He had a couple nice runs. I got a little bit of that game in, watched a little bit. He had a couple nice runs. Okay. I think he might have scored, if memory serves. It's not important. It's preseason, but yeah, he's hanging in there. Exactly. He's there.
he's there. All right, let's move on to the Miami running back situation. Some of this is just preseason, tomfoolery by the coaching staff and everything. But Malcolm Brown did get the start over Myles Gaskin, just one Gaskin. Whatever. But Salvin Ahmed was the stat leader out of all the running backs in that Dolphins game against the Bears. The only reason I really bring this up is that maybe the situation garners a little bit more attention than previously thought.
Yep.
And
go ahead.
And I'm like, I know you liked Myles Gaskin last year, and I kind of liked him going into this year if he was going to be like the predominant guy. And the signing of Malcolm Brown kind of scared me a little bit. And if Malcolm Brown continues to get some more usage, this could just be another hot mess. Yeah. The only thing that makes me kind of wonder if this is just some, like I said earlier, preseason tomfoolery, is that last year the Dolphins were kind of rolling like one back in every game. Like, yeah, some other guys got usage, but it was predominantly Myles Gaskin or Salvin Ahmed or Matt Breida was more or less injured all season. There was another guy who I'm currently spacing on. Like that, like they were mainly just using one guy. They weren't like rotating backs in and out the entire game. So maybe it is Myles Gaskin, but maybe they are going to, pivot away from that particular philosophy and move to more of a running back by committee. And I'll bang my head against the wall and not be happy about it. But, and another thing to keep in mind too, is that Salvin Ahmed, when the work that he did get last year, he wasn't necessarily the greatest like power back, but he was definitely very capable of catching the ball as well.
Serves. Yeah. He was kind. I heard good analysis. What I thought was good analysis, because it hit the nail on the head, is they're kind of similar, Gaskin and Ahmed. Whereas
I think Ahmed's smaller, but yeah.
But kind of catch the football. They do like a jack of all trades, master of none. Was the point. And I think it's more of a similar to the Arizona situation, where yes, I'm I guess a Chase fan and a Gaskin fan. That's one Gaskin, 2 miles, right? A Gaskin fan, 2 miles, but I was a Gaskin fan in the moment of last year, where his value was becoming very apparent in the first, 4 weeks or so. So I feel kind of the same about Gaskin as I do Edmonds. Is like, I don't think he's this uber talent that's gonna blow these other guys away. What was the value was last year he was getting 70-30. He was getting 70% of everything, and
the value also was that you got him off of the waiver wire, and no one even knows who the heck he was come draft time.
Exactly, he was a diamond in the rough for sure. He was a sleeper. Exactly. He was the definition of a sleeper, and he helped a lot of folks win. But this year, it's like I said about James Robinson last year. They don't owe him anything, man. They want the best guy out there now. Maybe it does end up being Gaskin. Maybe he is a 70-30 guy, and we're all happy. But Malcolm Brown might get goal line, and the quarterback will be running around this year more. That's there too.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, watching all that Tua video, there wasn't a crap ton of design Tua runs. There was some, and he can run. It's just they want him to be more of a field general than a running around like a chicken with his head cut off sort of guy. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. Anyways, let's move on to Saquon Barkley. He's still dealing with some knee problems, and he has been removed from the PUP list. That I have moved him up in my rankings a little bit, like 3 or 4 spots. He's not back to where he was at, number 3 or 4 overall. But just that positive news made me bump him up a little bit. If the positive news continues to come out and that he's not going to actually miss any games, that's great. I'll put him.
No, I did.
probably somewhere in the middle of the first round, I guess. My one problem with Saquon though is that I'm wondering if if even he is rushing himself back too fast. I'd rather him miss a week or two of the regular season and come back absolutely 100% than come back in week one and be 80%, and then potentially, with the
Right.
potentiality of, because a lot of times when guys have ACL injuries or they're coming back from an ACL injury, they end up spraining their ankle or something like that, because they're overcompensating or, whatever. So I'd rather him come back absolutely 100% and know that he is absolutely 100% when I draft him versus, oh yeah, he's going to play in week one and then he's not actually not. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't agree more. However, the reports I have been hearing, now it's been about a week as far as, my ear being to the rail there, I don't know, whatever.
Ground.
Yeah, ear to the ground there, but they're doing exactly what you want them to do. They're taking their time. They're making sure he's full go. I think it's a kind of with the Jones, the quarterback. They're like, this is our chance. This is our 1 year to prove that, hey, we can do something, and particularly on this side of the ball, and particularly in this, I guess, bad division. So yeah,
I mean, the Cowboys.
I think you're going to get what you want as far as as fantasy players. Ultimately, we'll get what we want because he'll be healthy. He'll be 100%. Maybe week 3, maybe week 2. I don't know, but it's going to hurt his ADP, and maybe you can get a value there. But yeah, maybe we can talk about that more in the rankings show.
Okay, let's move on to DeAndre Swift.
At that point too,
DeAndre Swift is one of the many running backs dealing with groin injuries, I guess.
Right.
And by many, I mean this guy and the next guy. So 2. Anyways, according to Lions head coach Dan Campbell, they are taking a conservative approach to Swift's injury. And they said that he also came out and said that if it was week 1, Swift easily could have played, but because
I read the same thing. Yep.
Yeah. And it's a preseason game, so whatever. It's not like huge news, but it's something worth monitoring. I have definitely dropped DeAndre Swift in my rankings, mainly due to Jamal Williams and just the love fest of the coaching staff over Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams looks like a real thing, and he's gonna be getting carries and touches and taking them away from Swift. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah. While I'm not panicking about Swift, my first thought went exactly to Williams and I was like, dude, if he got a chance, not to, curse Swift or anything, but if he were to get a chance, I think he's a good running back. I think he performed very well. Maybe even top 12.
And the Lions have a pretty doggone good offensive line too. So they're gonna be they should be getting some push on up front and making holes for these 2 running backs. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm really looking at Jamal Williams. I mean, we're gonna do a mock draft here in a minute, but
of course, yeah,
he's definitely a guy that I think I'd rather pass on Swift and get Williams later. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly where my brain's at right now. I was just kind of biding my time, gonna give it, the ranking shows a great opportunity, give it a couple more weeks of preseason. But yeah, if I hear more bad news about Swift, or God forbid something happens in the middle of the season, or they just had the intention of splitting it more than we thought, which would be bad for Swift. But yeah, Williams would be very valuable. Very valuable.
Yeah. Moving on to Melbourne Gordon, he is dealing with a minor groin injury, and he is not expected to miss much time. Those are actual quotes that I took off the internet, so that's why I'm putting them into quotations.
We got some company, by the way.
He's what's that?
So we've got some company.
Okay, hi company. It sounds like he's not going to miss any regular season time at all, but hey, something worth monitoring. Let's move on to Darington Evans. He's the backup to Derrick Henry. He's considered day to day. There's not really much to worry here, but I figured I'd just bring it up just in case. This is another running back. Even after Jamal Williams is getting drafted in drafts, this is a real late round guy that maybe kind of just stash on your team. And if you can afford to hang on to him for a few weeks, and once the season gets going, maybe Derrick Henry gets injured from all that usage that he's been getting, and Darington Evans can easily swoop in and be,
Uber
a
valuable.
Derrick Henry light.
Yeah. Speaking of
He would be
lines,
like we call Derrick
Henry
Henry the mountain. Darington Evans is definitely a hill. That was a
cut to
bad reference.
Darington Evans at home. What did I ever do to you, Josh?
Yeah, exactly. David Montgomery, he in that preseason game against the Dolphins, he apparently limped off the field. Not as I wrote this last night, not a lot was known about Monty. Hard to say what's going on here. That they don't think is really all that. The Bears don't think it's really anything significant. But I figured I'd mention it anyways. Kerryon Johnson, although we don't care that much about Kerryon. No offense to Mr. Johnson there. He ended up with some sort of knee problem. Not a lot known here either. Like I said, it's, Kerryon being injured, and if he's going to miss significant time, really helps to kind of clear up that backfield. It sounds like, from what I was reading,
Kerryon, yeah, it'd be nice to get him out of the way.
From what I was reading, though, it sounds like he was kind of fighting with, I don't remember the other running back for a roster spot. So, like, if he's like injured, even just like minorly, they could just cut him and just give him here's some injury money, go away, sort of thing. I mean,
teams do it all the time, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Their running back depth chart is a hot mess. So yeah, he might end up finding himself on a new team, which is maybe for the best for him. I'm not really sure why he went to the Eagles to begin with. Probably money.
Moving forward will tell us a lot about. All of this will tell us a lot about how they feel about Miles Sanders.
I actually raised Miles Sanders.
Okay. Like I said,
I just think he's talented enough that he deserves to definitely be in the mix of. He's a low end RB2 right now, but still. It was also one of those things too. As I started dropping guys out of the RB2 range, Miles Sanders just kept rising. Sorry, like DeAndre Swift.
Draft me, Josh. Draft me.
Myles Gaskin went right below him. It's just like,
Ideally, I'd rather go running back early so I can go wide receiver, in those following rounds.
Okay, let's move on to just the speaking of the Eagles' depth chart messes. Their wide receivers, Devonta Smith, the rookie, he is dealing with an MCL sprain. He got upgraded to day-to-day, so it sounds like it'd be really nice to get him some meaningful reps in before week 1. But it sounds like he'll be ready come the start of the season. Now, whether they want to roll him out there week 1 as a starter, hard to say. But the rest of the Eagles wide receivers, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, sounds like he's just sounding like a bit of a bust. And whereas this Kez Watkins guy, he had caught for over 100 yards in their preseason game. And he had a really nice 79 catch touchdown yard. Oh my God. A 79-yard touchdown catch too. And Jalen Hurts said something along the lines of, well, the Watkins cat is out of the bag now. And Watkins, the Kez Watkins, that is, to be specific. He's a 6th round rookie. Apparently the Eagles maybe kind of like him a little bit. But is Watkins really is he more of an Arian Foster diamond in the rough? A Zach Sudfeld kind of just training camp, fluff piece, or is he something in between? Hard to say. Time will tell, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's Amir Abdullah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
No, Amir Abdullah, never really panned out, I guess.
It was bad.
Let's move on to Elijah Moore. Still nothing on his MRI results on his quad. Just thought it was a quick mention. DJ Chark, I heard he had a finger problem, but read it was his hand. According to NBC Sports and RotoWire, it was his finger. And he had surgery, but it sounds like he's not going to miss any regular season time. So, whatever. Urban Meyer did call out DJ Chark, though. I saw that he's he's a big guy, but he plays kind of soft.
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago.
He said that, and he's like, we really need to get him to toughen up and whatever, which I'm assuming just means to get him to hit the weight room a little bit.
Play to his size rather than play like a smaller guy. Granted, he's got speed, so sometimes those type of athletic profile guys, you know what I mean, because they're also fast and big, might be kind of skinny. They tend to play smaller.
Is my beard multiplying? No.
Yeah.
I mean, it grows. It's hair.
That should be
I haven't been to the
ZC
barber in
right
forever. Nah, this in 6 days I get to go to the barber, and then it'll be
Nice.
much shorter. My barber and I are like ships in the night. Like we're just, it's hard. Like I don't have time during the week, and he's been going on vacations and whatever, and he has a touch of being old too, and
A touch. He caught a touch of being old.
he's like 70, man.
I know. It's funny the way you said it. What else you got? More news?
That's it, man. That's it.
Nice.
Unless you want to hear about my job or something. I don't have anything else.
It's not fantasy related, but sure.
I fantasize about having a new job.
Hey, that's fantasy, right? ZC says, any rookies you guys have your eyes on? Yeah, for sure. God, come on, Chris, off the top of your head. I mean, there's Najee in Pittsburgh, running back. You can get instant value at running back for a rookie. He's going to have production, regardless of how you may feel about Pittsburgh's offensive line. 300 touches is 300 touches.
Another thing. This is more fluff. This is more fluff piece,
rounds?
but apparently Jalen Waddle is looking really good for the Dolphins.
Okay, good. I hadn't heard that much, and I've like I said, I got a little bit of preseason watching in there, which is to be taken with a giant grain of salt. But I like to get a look at some of the young guys. But no, that's the first rookie that comes to mind. ZC. Otherwise, if you want to, what's something where you can go for more value, because he's getting high up there.
I'm thinking. I mean, honestly, some of the rookies that I have my eye on are more the quarterbacks, really. Like, I hate to sound like a tool and be like, oh, I really like quarterbacks, but like that.
Oh,
like I
given,
said,
especially
like
given what we're talking about this week. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Like that whole Trey Lance and Justin Fields situation, I am like all eyes on. Another rookie running back that I'm really keeping an eye on and seeing what he does and doesn't do is Michael Carter for the Jets.
Yeah, I think it goes. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
For right now, like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but for right now, it sounds like
last week.
Tevin Coleman. Okay, whatever. Tevin Coleman is kind of the guy, the first in line to get touches, but I think Michael Carter is going to be. I
second the notion on the quarterbacks. I think it's exactly what we were talking about last week, where it's don't take a quarterback early, look for value late, and if you can, let's say you do wait and it kind of doesn't work out in your favor, and you miss out on a Stafford or a Matt Ryan or a Cousins, and you're like, oh well, there's a rookie here. Well, pick one with legs. If Trey Lance ends up starting week 1, and we should know by draft time. I think he might. I'm not moving my needle yet, but Fields is a better example.
We don't want to know what you're doing.
Fields is a better example. I've been on the side of he's going to start week 1. He should start week 1, and I believe he will. So Fields would be a great value, just because
Fields is definitely the one I really doubt he's starting week 1. Andy Dalton has been good enough to keep his starting job for now.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with how good Dalton is at this point. Why play Dalton? He's a progress stopper. We all know what Dalton is. We all know it.
He's the Red Rifle. He's got a nickname. He's a named man, as they would say in the
dude, this city is going
world,
nuts over Fields, and I'm not saying you start a guy over hype. You put the best guy out there that gives you the best chance to win. But I believe that's going to be Fields, and it's not going to be that close either.
Oh, and another quarterback update that I'm literally looking at the tab right now, I'm just going to say it because we're not recording this and having to edit it, but Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, the matchup of those two is just like yawn, and the beat goes on.
He threw Taysom Hill threw an awful interception yesterday. Awful.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be his.
It was a crossing route, and the guy just came open, just like the play wanted it to, right? And he just overthrows him kind of off to the right, and there's a linebacker or safety sitting right there. I was like, dude, he was wide open. Not only was he wide open, literally wide open, he was like within 10 yards less, I think. Just give it a little. It was horrible. So yeah, maybe Jameis wins that job because the throwing of Taysom is just that much of a hindrance. But anyway. Yeah, so any other questions, by all means, let us know, guys. You're going to get a look-see here at some mock drafts. As we mentioned in the beginning of the stream, we've got some options here to set 10 and 12 teams, PPR, non-PPR, which we probably won't do, etc. So I think they're going to go pretty quick. This is our maiden voyage on YouTube, streaming on YouTube. So bear with us, but it's going to be in a mock draft lobby, so I think it's only like 30 seconds per pick, so we're going to be quick hit. I think. Fields I naturally watch a little because, well, OSU, that's Ohio State, because he also played for Oklahoma. Not Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. Well, I don't know if he ever actually played. No, I'm sorry, Georgia.
Fields?
Georgia. It was Georgia and Ohio State. My bad.
Georgia.
Who was somebody else recently was Oklahoma and Ohio State, I thought. Anyway.
I like these live streams because then everyone can kind of see what all the crap that gets cut out of the normal show of like what I say and everything.
Yep, transfer from Georgia. Yeah, exactly. I do have one thing I want to mention is I guess because I set it for our videos, your face might be covered up by a little subscribe button. Not covered up.
No.
Yeah, well, watch when we go to this, because that's what we'll be doing. I'm waiting for the delay. I can't see it yet. Oh, yeah, it is a little bit.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. We're going to have to ride with it either way, but it is interesting that that's there. We need to...
All right, let's do a mock draft.
Fix that. That's
what I'm here for. I'm here to do a mock draft. I already said my news, so let's get this show on the road. And
let us know at home if you can see okay. Let us know if you're following along okay. Again, this is our maiden voyage. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to go full PPR.
Yes, a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger? Oh, yeah, you're watching on delay. Gotcha. Bamo. Better?
Bamo.
PPR 12 teams? Full PPR. Just for the first one?
I would get it. I would make it even a little bit bigger. Just like
I'll be sitting on the other end of the room
here
to be able to read it any minute now. No, seriously, it's fine. I can zoom in.
Too big. No, I'm just joking.
I knew you were going to pull that out. All right, so that one's too quickly starting. Forget about it. Let's try it. 9th.
Huh.
Enter team name. AFFB, son. All right, here we are, folks. Picking at 9th. We are AFFB against computer and team 5 so far, but we've got 20 seconds to fill the room.
I'm going to watch this over in Discord because...
I watch horizontal, too. You know, I also will be working on eventually how to capture one's phone to show things like that, be it a tutorial or...
Dude, there it is. There's those stupid e-bikes on the
I know,
screen.
it's because I Googled it the other day. That's what they're all over.
Dude, I'm going to punch someone off one of these e-bikes, man.
It's so funny that they're there. We talked about it on a recorded show last week because the reason they're there is because I looked for a picture of an e-bike. So I Googled e-bike, and now Google's like, aha, we've got you, sir.
Oh, my God.
That's hilarious.
I really want to just like punch someone off of these stupid e-bikes. I'm like, you're not biking. Like, okay. I mean, I did find an exception to people that should be on an e-bike. Older people.
Oh, well,
sure. Pedal when you want, but then, maybe you need a little motor assistance, especially up a hill or something. Okay. Older people. Yeah.
But I'm on mobile, though. And your faces cover up the garbage on the sides I don't want to see. Oh, right. Oh, the advertisements, the very thing we're talking about. Yeah. The e-bikes. Here we go. We're getting close. So Bofa had joined us. I can't see the players.
I can't see the player list.
Oh, my bad.
And get rid of all the drafted players too.
Bam. So there's all on the left. Can y'all see that? And my head's in the way a little bit. FYI, folks, we're up. 30 seconds.
Austin Eckler. I love Austin Eckler.
Over Saquon and Tyreek Hill?
Yes.
No.
And the 9th pick? Yeah, dude.
All right. I bet he comes back around. I bet we could have had him in the 2nd.
Okay, then don't do it.
Here we go. Let's see. This is why we do this. It's too late. I already did it. Yep, he would have been there. But, did Kelsey just go? He went after us. We could have gone Kelsey, Eckler. See?
No, okay. Eckler wouldn't have made it back.
No, he literally would have, Josh. We're picking now. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I picked Eckler. My bad. I'm going down the wrong path there. Now we're going to take another one of your favorites, DK
Diggs.
Metcalf. DK Metcalf. You like
not
Diggs
Diggs.
better than DK Metcalf?
Yes.
Okay. How long is that going to last on draft day? I definitely think we could have gone somebody besides Eckler in the first.
Oh my God, that's so great. I'm reading ZC's. He's like, I got a laugh the other day. Who was essentially riding his e-bike and not pedaling. The motor died, and he had to pedal it back 2-ish miles.
Oh, God
Which,
forbid.
I mean, like, I've never ridden in one of these stupid e-bikes because I have a real bicycle, and I mean, I feel like they would probably be a little bit harder to pedal, right?
You would think. I don't know how the gear. Well, I know a gear should
See,
get out of the way.
Or Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I'm going Allen Robinson because the running backs suck.
So far we have Austin Eckler and we took Diggs, right? And now we have Allen Robinson.
Our running backs.
And now it's our pick again in the 4th round. And I think we should probably take a quick look at running back real quick. And
we're taking a running back now. Kind of have to.
No, we don't.
No,
I said we skip running back and go.
All right, this is the Josh draft, folks. Who do you want?
Amari. Or Cooper Kupp.
I get the next draft. I hate this team already.
Why? Those running backs were terrible.
Yeah,
if you don't like the running
all
backs
of our
around,
running
then don't
backs
take
besides Eckler, they're going to be horrible.
No, well, it'll be fine. Trust me.
No, it won't. It already isn't.
Can you
Can I
click
take
on
a
all
running
and
back
not
now?
individual tabs? I hate when you drive. This is terrible.
What? I'm going down here. What do you mean individual tabs?
The all tab, not the individual position tab.
Oh, it's because I'm taking a running back.
Why?
Because I have to.
No, you don't.
Okay. What do you want?
I don't know. You're scrolling too fast. Sorry, your face is in the way, so I can't read all these names. Like, I have to wait. I have a very limited viewing window. Whatever. Michael Carter, probably.
I think we were too late. Yep, we took a quarterback. Kyler Murray. Oh, no, that's the one right next to us. No, we're up now. Good.
You're anyways. Yeah. The problem with you being zoomed in is you have to scroll up and down too much, and I can't really keep track of what the hell's going on.
The other problem is there's like 80% computer in here, so every pick goes
I know.
in like 2 seconds.
It's fine.
The other problem is Michael Carter is our RB2. And now we're up picking
That's not
again.
a problem. All right,
I completely disagree.
Let's look at the running back room here. Javonte Williams right there. Teammates, former teammates, getting it done on this team, the AFFB team. That's not that bad. So far, it's Austin Eckler, Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, Michael Carter.
I don't need
Jets running
3
back.
deep. I don't need 3
Williams,
wide receiver ones. I understand it's awesome to have on your team, but not at the expense of having Michael Carter and Javonte Williams as my RB2 and my flex. Well, not my flex, as my RB3, if you will.
I don't know, man. I'd rather have those 3 great receivers.
Either one of those guys could come out week 1 without the lead role, without the starting job. Like less than 10 carries.
But Javonte Williams is going to get work regardless, so.
Oh. All right.
I mean, I'm leaning.
We're definitely need a different.
I'm leaning probably Cortland Sutton, but I'm also thinking. What are you thinking? Real quick.
Zach Moss.
Okay, do it. He's injured right now. I didn't mention that because I thought we did already, but go for it.
He'll be all right.
This is a real half-assed RB or 0 RB that we have going on right now.
Yeah,
it's like well, they're like we took Austin Eckler and then it's like, nah, let's just go 0 RB. And you're like, well, we already have an RB though.
I gave up in the second round. This is your draft, not mine, except for Moss. Oh, and hey, we're back around again. What round is this?
I'd say either David Johnson or Robert Tonyan. Or Noah Fant.
Yeah.
I think we could have maybe waited on Tonyan, but that's okay. See, I think that and so here's my philosophy and my thinking on this is that like these 3 wide receivers are going to be, and Austin Eckler, that's the meat of our team right there. And when you get, and like these are going to be every week producers at the wide receiver position. But then you start looking at guys when you get into the Tyler Lockett, Brandon Ayuk territory, like, yeah, there's going to be weeks where they probably miss and they're not going to score a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, we're not doing quarterback.
Okay.
No. Not when there's a running back to be taken. Like Jamal Williams right there. Do it. Yes. Because we blew off running back, so like for like 3 rounds, we're going to have to hit it real hard. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Which I think is a great strategy. Like if you like, it's kind of the 0 RB thing.
I mean,
like we took a star, and then
I still would have rather taken 2 running backs or Kelsey and a running back to start with.
Okay, we can do that. We can try that next time. What do we got? What do we got for running backs though? Nothing really that great.
No.
Probably look at wide receiver. No. Or just do all.
I could be convinced to take Hines. Oh God.
Jalen Waddle.
Who?
Or Waddle or Fuller.
9 seconds to spare.
Yes. Just in the nick of
I definitely
time.
want to run the show next draft and sort by position. I can't even think straight. Like I don't want folks at home to think that I want people to, number one, do what I do, but number two, like you don't need to sort by position and make yourself take that position. I just want to see, like, especially those first 2 or 3 rounds, like that whole, do I go RB, run receiver? Where do I take Kelsey? Do I go as we
pick?
Did?
Is it pick where it's ours? Stop talking.
That, and I think we could use
Russell Gage. I like what you're thinking right there.
We could.
Okay, so here's my
figure out
strategy.
to have more time for our picks. I don't think you can customize
that's
that
fine.
Here.
My thing is that since we're mainly drafting against a computer, they're going to go by the overall ranking. So why look at any other position other than that? Because you already know what the computer is going to take. So therefore, you can kind of work your way around everything and be like, oh, they're going to take that, and that. And then you can just look at, I'm sorry.
There you go.
A look into my brain is a look into madness, by the way, if you can't tell. I
understand what you're saying. Insane. Eliminate who's going to be picked, but that's not how a real draft works. I mean, you can, to a point, do that, but you can't
That's
predict
how I
the future.
do a real draft. I'm like, that guy's going to be taking that guy.
Because at a glance, you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it doesn't mean the dude next to you is going to draft like the computer is. These are awful.
But
can we take a quarterback, please?
What?
Can we take a quarterback?
No, Giovanni Bernard's still there, and Tevin Coleman, and
okay.
No, it's too early for a quarterback. This is how you always lose the quarterback situation. Oh, we got Trevor Lawrence. I hate you.
No, I think we got Trey Lance. No, we got Trevor Lawrence, right? I didn't pick him.
I know.
It was the 12th round, dude. Deshaun Watson was still there too. That's what was crazy.
Look at this computer. Look at this computer team. Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan. Like at some point, you would have to come on, make it have a little bit of an algorithm where they only take.
Yeah, this guy took 3 quarterbacks: Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Deshaun Watson.
That's a real person too. I think they're just auto drafting.
Oh, right. So we got a quarterback now.
That means that we can pick
a kicker. Another tight end?
Yeah.
Oh, Gesicki's
Justin
there.
Tucker, man.
I'm going to take a tight end.
I thought we had a tight end already.
We do. I'm going to take another one. I don't know why.
And this is why I like drafting with you.
No, this is why I don't want to look at it overall. And I didn't want to take a kicker. And this draft is, yeah.
Wonder Tech in the house.
Let's take another quarterback. How about that? Just kidding. Hit. Did we ever take another receiver?
Kicker. Youngwei Koo. Youngwei Koo.
There we go. Got one more probably. 14, 15 rounds. 15. What up, WT?
Oh, we could have done the same thing.
Oh, we're taking the Dallas Cowboys defense.
We could have picked the Dallas kicker.
No, we're
taking
taking
I really like Greg the Leg.
No, we're taking the Dallas defense next.
No, I hate you so.
I can't do it yet. Here it comes.
You realize if you just put it in your queue, it'll just automatically draft it, right?
Once the clock runs out, right?
Yeah.
WonderTech got what he wanted. Kicker, and then the Dallas defense. Championship. Nah. We'll try harder next time. Which will be in a moment, I think. That might have been it, actually. Did we ever take another? Yeah, we took Gage. Oh, yeah, and Waddle. Yeah, that should be at 15 rounds. Blam. So, surely there's a recap area. No? Sorry I'm going so fast, guys. I'm just thought top or bottom there would be a, here's your team. Okay, you'll just have to look at it here.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
We're team
Austin
9.
Eckler, Stephon Diggs in the second, Allen Robinson in the third, Amari Cooper in the fourth. Oh, what a great receiving core. Michael Carter in the fifth and sixth, Javonte Williams, former teammates, going back-to-back picks, Zach Moss. Then Robert Tonyan as our tight end, and Jamal Williams, which I love in the... What round is that again? I can't quite see it.
The ninth.
The ninth? That's not bad. Yeah. That's not bad at all for Jamal Williams. Jalen Waddle in the 10th. We got Russell Gage rounding out our wide receiving core. We got auto-drafted to Trevor Lawrence because Chris is slow and old. And then we get Mike Gesicki for another tight end for some reason. And Youngwei Koo is our kicker. And this guy over here took the Dallas defense.
Like I said, championship. I like how defense is brown, like Dookie. It is. The color brown is just. Oh, anyway, all right, let's do it again.
I think it's
folks.
more of a burnt orange.
All right, this time
brown.
I'm
looks
gonna.
Orangish in the...
I'm not necessarily gonna go RB heavy, but do I just have to go back to the? That's so dumb. I've got some things to say about your fantasy football calculator. All right, we're gonna go. We went full PPR. We'll go half. 12 teams again. Let's miss that 11 seconds there. Oh gosh, 3 minutes. Okay, whatever. Any ideas on the draft slot?
Let's do either first or last.
I'll do last.
Okay.
AFF. Might have to do that every time. That looks like oh god, I said an hour for a second. It said 59 minutes and 50 seconds, then it went to 4 minutes. That's not what it said a second ago. Whatever. It's freezing down in this basement.
It's getting kind of warm in this room. I'm going to have to turn the AC on.
When do we draft? Maybe Labor Day weekend. I need to get that date out there for you guys, though. My bad. Yeah. Heck, we're all here. Yeah, me and Josh we don't necessarily like to pigeonhole that weekend for our drafts. It's just we like to wait until preseason has been played. We like to wait as late as possible. But also understanding
that's about as late as you. It is about as late as you can wait to, exactly. As far as doing it on a weekend.
But also understanding that folks need to work out their schedule. So if anybody has huge plans on Labor Day weekend, that's understandable. But we're also talking it's like a 3 or 4 day weekend, so we can squeeze it in there while everybody's off work. So that's what we're shooting for as of now. Which is
WonderTech. We usually do PayPal for paying.
Yep.
It's I don't know, when we started using PayPal for my keeper league, it was the safest way to transfer money. And
if I'm not mistaken, we might need.
I know there's like Venmo and the Cash App that have came around since, but it's just for the sake of not having a million cash things. I was just thinking like a $10 price thing, like winner take all. I don't know what you were thinking, Chris, but
Yeah, something easy like that. $10. So
something small and
nobody's shied away, but also have have a dog in the race. Is that a bad thing to say?
horse.
A horse in the race. Play with some scratch
dog?
in the game. There you go. That's where I was kind of going with that.
Are you the only person that ever uses Notepad? Like,
No, Devin Nash does. I have Word right here up for something else. So, but
I use it for
I
everything.
had this for just a quick. I don't save it usually, and I had it for that link. And then I was like, "Who we have? We have."
and you think I'm old, and you're using Notepad.
Yeah. Well, it's a tool. Kind of like you.
Like you.
Too late. All right, so I can populate a queue here. If
Oh my God, I'm just the only one that doesn't use Notepad, and I think everyone who uses Notepad is old. You're all old, I
use
say.
Notepad.
Even though
I use Notepad occasionally for quick things. Exactly.
Pretty sure one or tech's younger than I am. Maybe.
Oh, we established in this Fire Guides chat the other day that I was the oldest in the Streamers United. That's what it was. Shout out to Streamers United. Thanks for joining today.
That's
folks.
because you're old.
No.
You're like 14 years older than I am.
It's quite liberating, like passing middle age though, because now I can get full into the crotchety. What do I have to lose? I'm just gonna die anyway, any minute now. Past middle age crisis.
I slipped right into crotchety at the ripe age of 26.
Chris is the senior. That is all, says Winter Tech. Yeah, exactly, Josh.
I mean, I figured why wait? Just go straight to crotchety.
Yeah, hey, I've been working on it. You can't just jump into the pool. You got to dip your toe into the crotchety pool first.
No, I just dove in. It was more of a cannonball, but still.
Cannonball. I should be in this screen while we're doing this.
Yeah, for that 16 seconds that you had
exactly.
left. And the draft has started, and Chris has been forced into taking Milo Sanders.
How many got like one other real person in here? I'm sorry, two.
Three real people, counting us.
Total, yeah. Running back.
Running back.
Devontae
Williams.
Running back.
Adam.
Kelsey at 9th. Eckler at 10th. So you're right. He probably would have gone. Mr. RS is taking his time. Hey, that's cool.
That's
it's
good.
an actual person.
He needs to really contemplate.
Yeah. So I really kind of don't want to take Saquon first. I'd rather come back.
You've said.
Oh, we
this
get
is
2 picks in a
your
row.
draft,
We get
so-
2 picks in a row. Also,
Yeah,
here we go.
I wanted to simulate the turn pick.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm scrolling the wrong area. Well, I'm taking Hill. Unless Diggs is R2. I think I'll take Hill.
This is your draft. You've already
And then I'm going to go
claimed
back
it.
to running back. And I'm going to take Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
And yeah, Najee goes
Najee
after that.
Najee
Saquon goes
Harris.
after that. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A run of receivers. Ridley, Diggs, Metcalf.
As expected.
Mixon, as I figured. He was my other consideration at running back there. CD, AJ Brown's off the board. First quarterback, Pat Mahomes in the 4th pick of the 3rd round. The
not
guy
bad.
before us is up. And
Took Kittle. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to look
I
at
know what
running
I'm
back and
gonna do.
receiver. And Cooper's there.
I think you should go Amari Cooper Cup, just for the namesake.
I do like the value getting Amari in the 3rd and already having Tyreek Hill. Amari as your wide receiver 2 is pretty great. We get a pick again. I'm not trying to alternate, receiver running back. I'm just alternating in terms of whom I'm looking at. Slim Pickens. Sanders is still there. Etienne. It's a half-point PPR.
I like how you did the exact same thing that I hate. It's a half-point per reception league.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have Cup over Julio, but I'm going to go with your name thing because I like our receivers.
I get chastised for wanting to draft a running back in the first round and then taking 3 wide receivers, and you more or less do the exact same thing. Just saying.
Except I don't do the exact same thing. No, you're right. The running backs are bad around that area. I would rather go on running back, but I don't like going running back in the 12 spot.
Okay.
But it's to my other point, like there's plenty of receivers to still be taken. They're so deep. We're not taking Chase, I'll tell you that much.
I think you're going to be surprised at where I put Chase Claypool when you see my rankings.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to be really surprised.
I'm sorry, I'm concentrating on queuing up some running backs, and it's not pretty.
I know what I would do. I would strongly suggest that you take a look at Damian Harris.
I was just going to take Damian Harris before you even said it.
I would take Javonte Williams over him every day of the week, but
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize Javonte was actually higher on my queue. Oh, but I get a pick back to back, so
one of these times you're going to actually remember that you have back-to-back picks.
Well, one of them I did already. Not the first one. The second round, I think. The other turn. Whatever. The next turn. All right. I don't like how I have chat all scrunched up over here.
What are you talking about?
I can't see because of where I have my OBS and this and that, which is a hindrance. Like, I don't know why I can't get a chat window in my OBS like I can with Twitch.
Well, you just have to tinker around with that.
Yes. But don't tinker too much. Carter's still there. That's encouraging. We're hitting round 6. I'm not ready to take a QB yet. Why is this guy? Okay, there it goes. Michael Thomas in the 6th. I don't know, man. I'm still kind of... I'm going to stay far away from him, I think.
I think I'm going to stay far away from just about every member of the New Orleans Saints outside of your boy Adam Trouchman.
What about Kamara?
Staying away.
Okay. He's played well with.
I mean, I'd have to be. I think I'd have to be somewhere around like pick 7 to think about him, but he's going to probably go before then. So
I think he's going to catch 100 passes.
I don't. And even then, like, I don't know, man.
No, Eckler might catch more. Maybe I can rewind that to 90. I think they're each going to catch in the 90 neighborhood. I could see. Maybe
everyone's going to be catching passes. Yeah, right. Balls will be flying all over the place. That one was for you, Wondertech.
Yay. Balls. I'm going to wait on tight end. I'm going to wait on running back. I'm sorry, quarterback. Probably should load up more at running back. We only have 3 receivers. I'm okay with that right now. Connor. I like Gus Edwards. I like Pollard, but... Oh, there's Jamal Williams, too. I think I'm going to go Gus Edwards. Wow. More or less guaranteed production. And Jamal Williams. Better backups in the league. I understand there is a Connor and a Fournette and a Pollard. Pollard's one of the better backups too, but I like these guys' situations, and I think I could get something out of them. Considering I went receiver early and am down to Gibson and Harris as my RB1 and RB2. However, Harris should be the starter for New England, so hey, I like where your head was at there.
What did you just say? Sorry, I was chatting with one.
I was giving a quick rundown of why I went Gus Edwards and Jamal Williams, even though they're, all the starting running backs are gone or whatever. And then I said, because we're down to Gibson and Damian Harris as our RB1 and RB2. However, Harris should be the starter in New England. I like where your head was at there. Oof.
Oh man, I think you completely just missed the balls will be everywhere thing.
No, I did. I didn't miss it. I said balls.
Wonder Tech's like, oh man, I really wish I could clip that.
I missed it in chat, yeah, because I'm paying attention to this. But yeah, no, that's not the case. I think you can clip also, or at least it's coming soon. I don't know if that's a. I don't think you have to be monetized or anything, but there's a lot of moving parts, so I am not sure. 9th round, I'm going to glance to see if there's a great value at QB real quick. And there is, and I'm going to take him.
Who is it?
Tannehill.
Oh.
To spite you. The QB 7 last year, folks. And remember last week's show where I illustrated what round his ADP was last year? It was like the 12th round, and he finished as QB 7. That doesn't mean he'll do it again, but it's a heck of a value there. We got our quarterback probably for the year. We haven't taken another receiver yet. Ooh, Fuller. Don't feel great about the others. You kind of like Waddle. 15 seconds to go.
I'm just wondering if you were like, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna just wait and see if you actually remembered that you had another pick.
Yep, I did.
Okay.
I took Fuller.
Okay.
Quick recap. Our receiving core is Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper, Cooper Kupp, and Will Fuller. Amari Cooper Kupp. Running backs, Antonio Gibson, Damian Harris, Javonte Williams. That's a solid RB3, I think, I hope. And if not, hopefully Gus Edwards or Jamal Williams can be that guy. And then Fuller for our 4th receiver. Oh, and our quarterback is Ryan Tannehill. I'll go over the order in a moment, folks, because it's winding back around quickly.
I will. In round 1, he took Tyreek Hill over some other guys that I would have, but that's fine. Antonio Gibson was his 2nd pick, followed by Amari Cooper, and then Cooper Kupp. And in the 5th, he took Damian Harris, followed by Javonte Williams right afterwards. And then in the 7th, Chris took Gus Edwards.
Ooh, I could take a stab at Xavier Jones in the 10th? That's not... Oh, 11th. That's not bad. A little bit of a hypey pick. A little bit of a dart throw.
And then I was going to finish until you scrolled all the way around, and now I can't see
it. You were reading it off. I thought you might have had it there. No, it's fine. I got you. Hold on. I'm going to read
Well, I got distracted by Wonder Tech switching usernames. And,
did you?
Yeah.
Aha! That's how I found out his last name. I was flabbergasted when I found out his last name. I'm not gonna lie. Ask him. Oh man, we don't have a handcuff, do we? Who we have as our RB? Antonio Gibson. Yeah, I don't feel good about a handcuff there, or Harris for that matter.
Why try and draft a handcuff and not draft a guy that has a?
I wanted to check if I had one of those 5 or 6 guys, and I kind of forgot, but we don't. So I'm gonna sneeze. Kind of like Damian Williams or Cohen. I'm running out of time.
And this is
I think we're good at running back.
What do you want to use for our league platform? Do you want to try something new, or?
Let's we could try that. I know the one I'm thinking of, Sleeper. To answer your question, either Yahoo or
That's
Sleeper.
Kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, either Yahoo or Sleeper. Either Yahoo or Sleeper.
Oh, you don't want to use the NFL Network's draft thing? You get all the ads that you could possibly stomach.
Oh wait, tight end is where I'm going next, and it's my guy there. Yep. Oh, we get 2 picks also. Is this the area where you take 2 tight ends? Josh, we're going to be picking in 13th to 14th round at the turn. I'm going Jarwin for one of them. Or I'm going Jarwin.
So you're just going to punt on kicker or tight end or defense?
You think... Oh, no, I'm saying if we were to take 2 tight ends, whether it's at this turn or the next turn, would you take 2 if Jarwin is your 1?
Well, you would have to sacrifice a kicker or defense.
Oh, we wouldn't have enough picks is what you're saying. You're right. I'm just going to take Jarwin now. Get it out of the way.
Oh, boy.
And do you like to take kicker first?
I do.
Tucker?
Like to take kicker first.
Tucker's there. And defense will be last. quite a few defenses there, but they're going to get all picked off because we have like almost 2 rounds to wait. So here's something that's laughable. I haven't played fantasy in such a long time that I can't remember how to get in. LOL. Been 6 or 7 years. Yeah, and then we go into talking about...
I wonder Tech's only ever used ESPN. Oh, man. ESPN has its perks. It definitely has its faults. It is very...
It looks pretty.
It's very aesthetically pleasing. It has some customization, but if you're trying to do a keeper league or like a dynasty league, no, ESPN is not built for that. It is more if you're doing straight redraft, yeah, ESPN's fine.
Miami defense, Chicago defense, Chicago, right? I don't know.
Kansas City. I don't know why I said that.
You made me do it. I'm just kidding. The draft is over. See, this didn't even pop up last time. Yeah, so don't need you to do that for me. Let's go over here to our team on the far right, just ahead of your face, except it won't be when I zoom in. That's okay. Oh, that's too much. So, to recap, Tyreek Hill at the end of the first, Antonio Gibson right after that at the turn, Amari Cooper Cup on the next turn at the end, 12th, at the end of the round and beginning. Damon Harris and Javonte Williams, Gus Edwards and Jamal Williams, Ryan Tannehill, our quarterback, in the 9th, Will Fuller, our 4th receiver, in the 10th. Xavier Jones at running back, a couple of dart throws there. Damian Williams at running back. Blake Jarwin is a heck of a value as hopefully our only needed tight end. Kicker, one of the best in the league, Justin Tucker, and the Kansas City defense who likes to get turnovers.
Wait a minute. You took Justin Tucker over Legatron?
Which one is Legatron?
Greg Zuerlein.
Yeah, he's not Greg the Leg. He's in Dallas now. Not that that's not a good thing because that's a good offense, but I don't know if he's the kicker he was. Because I feel like he came at kind of a deal for Dallas. He just grabbed him off the street. Maybe it was a we had to cut him thing. I don't know how much he's getting paid now, but I just feel like he's on the south side of his career, I guess. But hey, if anybody could stand to lose a little bit on their big leg, it would be them. Well, let's chat it up for a bit.
Yeah, Wonder Tech says, we almost used Yahoo years ago, but it felt clunky. I wasn't very happy with ESPN last year. And I wrote, Yahoo definitely has its faults. It does. Like, some of its settings are confusing, and that's more on the commissioner side.
That's
like,
fair.
It is... Yeah, they do not explain their settings very well. And that's more for, like, advanced leagues, like our Keeper League and whatever. It gets murky. And how they have some of their settings.
JCC says, ESPN, I feel like someone with severe ADD are the only ones who would get it. Yeah. So we like the way the Yahoo's organized, but we're not married to it by any means. In fact, we were strongly, because we also, Josh joined his first Dynasty League recently, and so we're in a Dynasty League together, and that definitely puts another wrinkle into it. You have to have great customization tools, trading picks, etc., keeping track of the history of the league. So we wanted to move to Sleeper because Sleeper's kind of the new hot. They're not the new hotness anymore. They're like been steady improving. Like, think of a software program where you like what the folks are doing and they're always sending good updates. That's the impression I get from Sleeper. But we chose to stay with our My Fantasy League, which is widely regarded as the kind of the best dynasty website to use.
It is supremely customizable.
It is. But again, it's more like Yahoo in that it's not the prettiest thing to look at, and some things are tucked away in weird spots. But you got all that control, and it costs a little bit. To be fair, MFL does. I don't think Sleeper does.
No, let's just go ahead and say that we're gonna use Sleeper. We'll try it out.
Yep.
I've heard good things. I mean, if y'all want to just email our email address, the amazingffb@gmail.com, and I will try and set it up. I'm going to try and get some other people together too. I'm going to ask some people in our Keeper League and
be awesome
in our Dynasty League, and some people at work.
I'm going to try and figure out I don't know if I can give something away per se, but it'd be nice to include something like a maybe a trophy or a prize, or I don't know, something in addition to the. Well, I guess it's gonna be $100 or at least $100, right? Because it's 10 and winner take all. You say we think we want to do, since it's such a small ante to begin with.
Or you could do it. Second place gets their money back, I guess.
Do 90, yeah, but for the most part, big percentage goes to first place. Huge percentage. Makes sense. Wink. All
yeah,
right.
I mean, like, that's such a small pot that, yeah, I think it should just be more or less winner takes all. Because, I mean, you're definitely not doing weekly payouts like we do in our
Oh, definitely not. Exactly. Well said.
And, yeah.
You want to do a 2 QB draft? Superflex, whatever?
Sure.
So, go ahead. You're about to say something. I was just going to cut you off. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say, actually.
For those following along at home, I'm sure I've mentioned it in chat or on a show that y'all may or may not have seen or listened to. Superflex just basically means, or 2 QBs means you have to start 2 quarterbacks. So thereby it cuts that, what would you say, multiplies the value for the quarterbacks really by 100%, like by 2. Like makes it very imperative that you get 2 quarterbacks, as opposed to what we did and waited till the 9th or 10th to get Ryan Tannehill and like a top 10 quarterback, and we're good. Like, the value is so suppressed for quarterbacks because they all throw so much. So we'll go 2 QBs. Oh, okay, that's a little harder to come by apparently. 2 QBs, 10 teams. All right, that's a little odd feeling, but hey,
let's before we start this, let's take a break. I want to turn my AC on. It's getting warm as hell in here.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, I'll wait to jump in.
What's that show? Top Chef, right?
Mm-hmm. What does that have to do?
I just put it in the comments.
Oh, you were trying to think of what you were trying to think. What you want to say? Our keeper trophy is called Padma, after the lady from Top Chef. Fair enough. Padma. Oh, the one from your league. Yeah, the keeper league. Yeah.
Trophy's got a name. Not that you would know or that you've ever seen it, because you've never won it.
I've never won it.
I'm on there 3 or 4 times, I think. I can't remember.
3 I know of.
I think it's only 3.
I think so. 12. How many years? 12.
It's been going a while, man. It's been going a while.
What was I going to say? Yeah, the thing that sticks in my craw is that year that I think I made it to the championship game and lost. In that same year, I made it to the championship game in my own Superflex league and lost. In that same year, I made it to the before the championship game in my dynasty league, and I lost. Now in the dynasty league,
that's a rough sledding right there, man.
I think this was only like 2 or 3 seasons ago, and
I remember that.
And
I remember your daughter took a picture of your wife like holding you while you're just sobbing. And like your wife sent it to me, and I just laughed and laughed. I was like, ha, ha, ha,
the last 2 fun pieces of information about that season was, well, with the dynasty league, I've been consistently in the playoffs, always next year's teams, always knocking on the door, just can't get over the hump. And then in the Superflex league that I just referred to, in those 2 either that season was the first or the second, I don't remember, but those 2 seasons in the dynasty league, the newcomer won the championship both times over me. Both times I was in the championship game of my Superflex league 2 years in a row and lost to a new guy twice. Now, not a new guy like he doesn't know what he's doing per se, but still new person to the league.
We get it. You suck. I'm gonna go turn my AC on. I'll be right back.
Do it.
Turn my camera off for this. So
no, wait. Okay.
There we go.
Bye.
Be right back.
So this is my solo scene, if you will. Oh, that's flipped over there. That's right. So I'm gonna wait on him though. You can see my background is both my. Here, let's go to this scene. And then you can see that's the display. I can also show you display 2. Oh, you just went down the rabbit hole. We have a blue background. And we have the good old AFFB field. Field of Dreams. And it's all in the same scene. It's just different sources within. Anyway, I'm just talking jargon, whatever. I don't remember what my hotkey button is. And then there we go, and we're back. Yeah, I like the idea. So we'll PayPal like we usually do. Sleeper will be a nice trying something new. I mean, it's a new league anyway. I don't think you guys, either would be not downloading an app or downloading an app. They'll probably even let you sign in with like Google or Facebook or something. Who knows? But Sleeper seems pretty user friendly and just like really gaining a lot of hype and doing things the right way. And we've been wanting to try it. So yeah, Discord League. Oh, membership. That's where I was at. That's why I brought up that notepad earlier, and then I got sidetracked. I'm gonna bring it up again, just to spite Josh. We got me, myself, and I. Me, Josh, WT, ZC. I don't know if I got a fire guide yet. I feel like I have more than... Oh, what, a Shauner maybe? Now I don't remember the conversation. I think it's in Discord. Or am I thinking of ZTT? Oh, here, I can do this over here real quick, since he's gone. Was it in our Discord that the conversation was? I feel like it was in a chat. No, because we haven't streamed. Was it my hardware stream? Yeah, no, it was right around this this Dak GIF in a 10-person league. Okay, oh, this questions I asked.
I'm back.
I remember. Oh, go ahead. I'll get you pulled back up here in a second.
What are you looking at?
I'm trying to remember who. Okay, there's Fire Guide is in. I'm trying to remember the league who said yes. I was worried it was a live chat, and I was like, but we haven't streamed. I was like, yeah, but was it hardware chat? No, it's here in Discord. Fire Guide, and I thought maybe Shauner, but I might be mistaken. RWC. Who's in the league so far? Figured I'd work on that while you're gone.
Shauner, Wonder Tech. I think Fire Guide said he was in.
Was Shauner one of them?
Yeah.
You can confirm that. Okay, thank you, because I could not remember.
There's 6. We have 4 spots to fill.
Oops, that was a very bad typo. I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me read them off to you. Me, you, WonderTech, ZC, Shauner, Fire Guide, RWC, and Shauner. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You said
5,
Shauner
6.
twice, but I forgot about RWC.
Yep, you're right. So 7. All right, so 3. We'll just keep it easy. We've only got a couple weeks. We don't want to force ourselves to go into 12 teams. It'll be good. It'll be great.
I think they're coming up with like league names like Sleeper Fantasy League with Friends, and then ZC is Fantasy Sleeping with Friends League, and so I chimed in with Fantasy Friends with Benefits. That might be it right there.
Friends with yeah, there you go.
That might be the name of the league right there,
sir. Let's see how this transition goes. Oh, I set it to do that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll work on this later today. Getting all this, like I said. Y'all email the amazing FFB thing.
Yeah, and you get some text commands here, and I wonder if it's done similarly. I don't have, exclamation AFFB or anything like that, although it's popping up on our lower third every once in a while.
Anyways, all right, let's do a 2QB mock. I'm going to try and get in on this one. Let me...
How do I do that? Just send you the link? Literally just copy and paste?
No. Hold on.
Goodness gracious, look at this gigantic advertisement. Just like, buy me! I don't even know what it was. It was weird. I'm zoomed in too, so that's why. Yeah.
Said 2QB?
Yeah, it looked like when I switched it to 12 teams, there was nothing, so I just stuck with 10 teams.
10 teams. The ID 5238 starts in 6/12. 26.
Okay, which spot you taking?
I'll take 4.
I'll take. Let's take 1. I will be Chris. Yep, I just kept it G-rated. I was like, which funny nickname, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nope, not going to give Josh the opportunity. Just going to move along. It'd be cool if we could show both. Well, we wouldn't want to set both at the same time, I guess. Maybe it doesn't matter.
You can see what I'm drafting on the draft screen, dude, on yours.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. But I would like to be able to, obviously you're going to need a solo scene, and then also, the YouTube thing is covering you up, and then what was the other issue? It'd be nice to have a solo scene of just you while I'm gone. Does that make sense? What? Oh,
reading chat.
Psh, that's
because they're like, yeah. Wonder Tech was like, I'll pay double for that because the fantasy friends with benefits. And ZC's just like, yeah, even at a deal, that's a deal even at 2 times. So yeah, yeah.
Nice. I ended up, well, it was voted upon, but I ended up naming our the Dynasty League. If you ever looked, it's the Distant Dozen, because it started well before COVID. Started from remotely. Let's put it that way, remotely. And it always has been that. It actually started from, well, anyway, it's not important. All right, 4.5 minutes we've got. Oh, see, it does that every time after that other kind of transition. The move transition goes too fast after you do a different type of transition. So the little floating boxes that go whoop, whoop, they go boom. So
whatever, man.
Yeah, I just hate that it does it that way. There's another way to do it, so I'm gonna try that sometime.
Ain't gonna tank.
Mm-hmm. I should be paying all of you. When in a pinch, she'll do. LMAO. And future streams after August, when regular season starts, this stream will still be open with news. I don't know if we're going to do any other segments per se. Obviously, a lot of chatting, a lot of, hopefully you guys having, like maybe lineup questions or, this guy or that guy questions.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. There you go. Yep.
I'm sure there's going to be some days where you can't make it, and then I'll have to bust out the Chris's voice,
Right. Again, why we got to get you set up with scenes and all that,
I originally wanted you to do a different voice for you all the time, but some voices it really, really hurts me to do for an extended period amount of time. That one I can do I could do that all day, every day.
What are you, death metal growling or something?
Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty wide range of voices. Some of them just freaking hurt.
I like to warm up by singing in the shower. Mm-hmm. Big shower singer.
Yeah, I don't really sing in the shower all that much. I'll sing anywhere else but in the shower. It's very weird. I'm busy in the shower. Not what you're thinking.
He wraps a towel around and rocks out of the shower door. It just starts going on like full bore.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit.
I guess I'll sing anywhere. I'm not terribly good at it, so I try to keep it to myself, I guess. But
I'm not one to really sing around strangers all that much, but yeah, when I'm driving for work, I'm a singing fool in the truck at work. It's windows down, don't care. Every once in a while I'll look over and someone's looking at me, I'm like, I'm just singing. Sometimes it sounds like, I'm really angry because
That's great. Hey, when the chorus hits you, can't stop it regardless of where you're at. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm belting it out, man. There ain't no shame in my game. Believe it or not, I've actually got a pretty big voice. It's almost operatic. I don't have a lot of range. I can't go very high.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm serious. I'm not gonna do it because it's freaking embarrassing. But it's a thing.
I'm more of like a male Celine Dion.
Yeah. You are on a roll lately.
What?
I'll give you credit where credit is due. That was pretty funny. I'm more like a. Oh, I need to stop.
Yeah, that's me. I'm right with.
I need you to jerk at a
I'm
light
right
that's
with VC
rocking
there.
some metal or something heavy metal and singing, screaming at the light. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, that's
a lot of
that's
things I do
definitely-
sing along. I can't like I don't have that rage, but it is a lot of metal and yeah, windows down and everything.
That,
Oh,
or I'm
dude,
the
just-
white guy listening to like rap, and I'm just like going along with the lyrics.
Turning
and
heads for a
everything.
different reason, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the thing is like, so when I'm driving for work, like I just have earbuds in, and so there's zero music coming out of the truck whatsoever, and it's just like everyone's just kind of like, what the hell is this white guy doing? Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'm not. Well, I don't know if I want to force it, and it is only 10 rounds. I might try and go running back. I obviously, well, not obviously. I'm going to go running back first because I'm going to take CMC. So you can already start eliminating one guy for yourself there at 4. We have one other real person in here, Tomahawks.
Ooh.
I wonder if he's a Iowa fan.
Konnichiwa, Tomahawk. An Iowa fan? What?
One of his Chris voices requires him to punch himself in a few times to get it right. Very painful. Oh, so he's in permanent falsetto. Yet he loves it a little too much. Yes. Next pick. Okay,
It's
so
you.
I think there's still a countdown. Oh no, it is my countdown. My bad.
This guy.
It's like shaded on. Okay, no. Oh, it's yellow. It's yellow, straight up. Mahomes second. Oh, Superflex. That's right. That's right.
Oh,
What
I
you
should
gonna do
probably
there?
click over to the draft thing. What do I want to do here? You know what? I'm gonna go straight quarterback.
All right.
I'm gonna try it.
You can get one of the top couple of guys. So there you go. And even conceivably somebody's QB1. It's very possible.
I really like Josh Allen there
I do
because I
too.
mean
I do
that
too.
way,
I like Kyler also, and I know you don't, but I'm just saying.
not a Kyler fan.
In that top 5 quarterback area.
I don't know why. Why do I hate Kyler so much,
I
man?
have no idea. I don't know. Makes no sense. I'm the guy who's like should dislike Oklahoma, but that doesn't really mean anything now. I guess it's besides the point. I'm just pointing it out. So
Hey,
you know,
why
I'm
does
gonna be
Oklahoma suck?
put up against it pretty quick because you got to remember I have to wait forever to pick again, and even though I picked 2 in a row, and I started running back, so now this quarterback thing is going to become a thing. But I can almost guarantee you, I'm probably still not going quarterback because I'm going to push it.
I'm gonna push it real quick.
And I kind of want to try RB early, RB heavy.
That's what I'm doing here. I'm doing.
Is it?
I'm
Okay.
doing.
Oh, that'll
I'm
be-
doing quarterback. So
Oh, get it out of the way, kind of thing.
yeah.
There goes Dak, Russell Wilson, and I'm up. I am not taking quarterback though. Don't do it, Chris.
I made the brilliant mistake of my 2 starting quarterbacks in a 2 QB league. I have the same bye week.
Oh, that's sweet. Look at these receivers. It's so nice. It's so nice.
Don't you do it?
So because of that 2 QB and good players
You
getting
son
pushed
of a-
down, I got to start with Christian McCaffrey, Antonio Gibson, and Stephon Diggs. But let's see where see what my quarterbacks look like. I got to start 2 of them, and really you kind of have to draft 3 of them. I mean, you have to if you want to bye
Oh,
week
my
replacement.
The man amongst boys, DK Metcalf. God, I love him so much. I really don't know why, but yeah.
I think I want the cheaper guy.
What are you talking
Tomahawks up again. Reminder, he started with Lamar Jackson to get one of his quarterbacks out of the way. I'm raising on Aaron Jones too. He took Aaron Jones in the second. And
Aaron
Tomahawks-
Jones is currently my RB4 in my ranks.
And the next, I think, what do we have? 2 weeks of Sunday morning mock draft streams. If you guys, we'll plan it out better next time, and we can get you.
We
in here.
won't.
Yes, we will. We'll get you in here. I mean, as you saw, I just got Josh in here by sharing the room number or whatever it was.
The room ID, yeah.
And then we can mock together.
Yeah.
Not trying to toot my own horn here, but I don't think I fit in or anything. Oh, no, but I don't think I fit in or anything. Oh, I got you. Falsetto.
Boy. This isn't very good.
Oh.
That's all right.
Your
I'm gonna do a little stack here of
RB's gonna do
Dak and CD.
I'm up again, and I should probably go quarterback. Ooh, look at that.
It's
so
ugly,
let's look for some value here. I'm definitely gonna take Burrow as one of them.
really.
Maybe Baker.
What?
Ooh, you want me to take Hurts? Fitzpatrick.
Why are
maybe
you drafting
Cousins.
any? Oh man. Okay, whatever, man. It's your team. You do what you
What
want.
did I do? Why am I drafting quarterbacks?
No, I would
Oh.
just. Why are you drafting these guys?
As far as quarterbacks or the whole team?
Yeah, quarterbacks.
Oh, because I don't know. I'm not you.
All right.
I might actually wait another round.
You know what I would do? I wouldn't have taken Burrow. Definitely wouldn't have taken Burrow. Probably would have gone like Matt Ryan, Jalen Hurts, and then came back later and picked up like Trey Lance or Justin Fields.
Oh, did I miss it? I missed it. Oh, I got Hurts.
That's what I personally would have done.
I'm not upset with that. I don't like Hurts that much. I mean, again, I am the go for
Mobile
running quarterback guy, but I wasn't willing to go Trevor Lawrence.
Oh man, he's still
Matt
so
Ryan
good.
just underwhelms me. I'd rather have Baker over Matt Ryan. Fitzpatrick kind of piqued my interest a little.
Dude, Matt Ryan is going to put up more fantasy points than Baker Mayfield on any given week, for sure.
I mean, you were Mr. Baker last year, or you're Mr. Cleveland last year, I guess.
And Baker's a good quarterback, but when you look at when
Yeah, it's a
push comes
run-heavy
to
team.
shove,
It's a
and you look
run-heavy
at
team, I get
points
it.
per game, it's gonna be Matt Ryan almost every single week.
I think that's yet to be determined, but I don't know where I have him in my rankings, honestly. I didn't want. I mean, obviously, I took Burrow over both of them, so there's that. Yeah.
And Burrow has what is probably going to be one of the worst offensive lines.
Yeah, he's also going to have a lot of volume, and most of the other dudes
And
were
so is
gone,
Matt Ryan.
like Herbert and Stafford.
And Baker's
we're
not
gone.
going to have the volume. So
Right, I'm not pushing back on Baker. Like I said, he is on a run-heavy team. I could see that. I was thinking out loud with seconds to go and ended up auto-picking anyway. I was not going to go quarterback for that second pick, actually.
I don't like shoehorning myself into a running back here, but I kind of am.
Yeah, you kind
I'm
of
gonna-
need to.
I'm going to just hit running back as much as I can the next however many picks and just completely punt on tight end and a third quarterback. Because I'm kind of in that boat at this point. Kyle Pitts was the fourth tight end off the board. That is a travesty right there. It's your pick, by the way.
I know. I'm thinking I'm going to go running back,
That's who I was gonna go.
and then I'll take
Jerk.
my third quarterback, I think. And I'm just going to get my guy. As per your
Who is it?
advice, I'm just going to get my guy. Although technically, wouldn't Justin Fields be my guy? Yeah, and I do like the prospect of him actually starting week one better than Trey Lance. I'm going to go Fields.
But if he's your
That
third
was a little
quarterback,
tough,
you
though,
don't
I'm
need
gonna
him
be
to start
honest.
week one. You don't even need him to start technically until like week 10.
Well, I didn't really like the Hurts pick. So it was kind of like, yeah, I do expect Hurts to start. Don't get me wrong. It's just I
And
can go
run.
get my guy in Fields and like
and run.
yeah, and he's a running quarterback. Exactly. Fair say. Good point. Now that I rounded out with Fields, I do kind of like my quarterbacks, even though you don't like Burrow as QB1 or 2.
Yeah, no, not in a 2 QB league. No. And is this your second quarterback?
That was
Sure.
so
Yeah.
contradictory. What'd you just say in a 2 quarterback league? No. That doesn't make any sense.
And
to me.
then I quickly pivoted back to
Okay,
as
thank
my
you.
second quarterback. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you could look at it that way. You could say Hurts was I just wasn't taken first. But I hear what you're saying. The pushback on the offensive line. I get it for sure.
It has been like the reports I've been hearing.
Tannehill? Oh, that was before me. Tannehill was taken just before me. Otherwise, I'd probably have Tannehill and Burrow, and then yet to be determined at that third quarterback.
Oh my God! And Tannehill and Burrow, you want to go to battle with those two quarterbacks in a QB league?
You need to just stop with the Tannehill stuff. You said something like weeks ago, and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'm. And now you're just fully back on hating the guy for no good reason whatsoever.
Points per. I mean, I look at those single point games that he's going to put up.
His fantasy seasons.
And it makes me scared.
His fast 2 top 12 fantasy finishes the past 2 years make you scared?
Yeah, because there was some single point fantasy weeks in there.
Yeah. I think it'll be all right.
Okay. I mean, and that's why he'll be on your team and not mine, right?
Exactly.
Boom.
Let's go.
Argument
Tannehill.
settled.
We're going to go run him. There it is.
How do you feel about James Robinson? Like, I know we've talked about him a little bit, but like,
I think we need to revisit it. Give me a quick second. We do definitely not. I think we need a third receiver. Oh,
we should talk about that on Thursday's show.
Cool. I agree.
Let me make a note of that. Okay. Who do you think do we want to do points per game or season overall? Ryan Tannehill versus Jalen Hurts.
Tannehill.
Okay, I'm talking about a bet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thought we were. I was concentrating on picking 2 receivers in a row. Points. So you're asking me to bet points per game?
Yeah.
Tannehill or whom? I'm sorry, Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Tannehill, easily. I'll bet that. Sure.
I know your stance. I'm asking you.
The context of
do we want to do points per game or overall fantasy points on the season? I'm thinking points per game.
You do points per game, you have to at least play a certain number of games. That's the problem with going with that. But if you go with total and some guy gets 10. hurt and misses a game or two, now you're screwed. So I think
the total always comes with a caveat of they have to play at least 75% of the games.
Oh, well, I still think I still think I like points per game better with the caveat of I think you said.
And if they don't play 75% of their games, then the bet is null and void because it's not a fair depiction.
Because the average gets messed up. Yeah.
Yep.
That's not you, is it? Okay, good.
I'm actually like I mean my running backs aren't like sexy or anything, but they're not bad for like starting my running backs in the 6th round of Travis Etienne, Kareem Hunt, Michael Carter, and Damian Harris. Like I said, none of them are sexy and gonna like score like uber points.
Yeah,
but
it's an approach.
Starting.
Go ahead.
For starting this late on drafting running backs, that's not terrible.
I mean, I think you just answered my pushback is like, yeah, I would have never gone 3 receivers in a row after starting quarterback. Like, I just can't stand the fact that Etienne is my RB1, the guy that I don't even know if he's going to get work.
It was more like I didn't really like the guys around him, and so I was just like, I'm going to go with the guy who's probably going to score more points on a week-to-week basis. DK Metcalf versus David Montgomery. DK Metcalf. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Mm-hmm. But you just it's like you're completely throwing positional scarcity out the window. Remember, receivers are deep. It's mock. That's why we're discussing this. like, given your druthers.
Okay, so here's where I've been kind of thinking about receivers is like, yeah, receivers are deep, but like you get past probably I'm gonna say outside of like Chris Godwin and Deontay Johnson, like Tyler Lockett, Michael Thomas, Brandon Ayuk, they're going to have T. Higgins. They're going to have weeks where they're not going to score a lot of points. Whereas, like on a weekly basis, DK,
I'm not even paying attention to the draft.
CD Lamb, Allen Robinson.
Take a back, Chris. Take a right. It's not even switching. Take a righty back quick. Oh my god!
Wow, you have a really hard time splitting your attention.
I thought it was over with for a second.
You have anyway, so what I was saying was, I'm like, you I mean, if you look at overall points, these guys are on a consistent basis. These guys are going to be more consistently scoring. Whereas like the wide receivers, yeah, there's going to be guys like later on in the draft, like Chase Claypool. Like, yeah, he's going to have big weeks, and when you look at it at the end of the season, he might be a wide receiver too, but he's going to do it on like 5 weeks of work, you know?
Right. I'm with you on the receivers. I just think the flip side of the argument is just the running back heck that inevitably comes to almost every team in the league unless they get extremely lucky. Injuries hit, and then suddenly you're like, not only is Etienne my one, I don't know, Damien Harris. You did get Damien Harris. He's a starter. You got him in the 9th. Oh, that's the wrong team. No, that is your team.
I do have Damien Harris.
And we like Zach Moss's prospects.
And I like Jamal Williams, who's potential production too.
I didn't see Damien Harris. I'll be honest with you there.
Like I said, none of these guys are sexy, but they're not terrible either.
No, but I'm trying to tip. It's tipping my scale a little bit. And you got another darling of ours, Jamal Williams. You got all the best RB, the fringe guys, or whatever you might call it, right? They could steal the job. They could not. Or their standalone value, like a Kareem Hunt, and probably an Etienne. Probably, I almost feel like he has to. At least that's what my rankings say. I've got him up there a little bit. So you look on the flip side, look at my receivers. I had to take Higgins as my wide receiver 2. To your spiel just a second ago, that would be a negative.
Yeah. How do you feel about Zach Wilson versus Jared Goff?
Not too strongly either direction.
I'm going to take the upside.
Oh, you're taking your third guy. Okay, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, of what Zach Wilson could be versus what, I mean, Jared Goff, there's no competition. This is Jared Goff's team, and I think they're going to he's going to have to be terrible of epic proportions for them to pivot away from Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, agreed. Yeah. Yeah, he's starting. Yeah, at least yeah. What was I thinking? I was pretty full on. Ooh, kind of like those backups. It's not a full PPR.
I think it's not a PPR at all.
Fair. Because they don't really tell you. Well, I mean, they don't. By not telling you, they're telling you.
It's my turn. And
I picked up Tanyan as my tight end 1 and a pretty good running back dart throw in Tony Pollard. If y'all missed it, Josh picked up Zach Wilson as his third quarterback. He was going a little upside there. We had just got finished running down his mini running backs in a row to make up for this not starting RB early. And he got a lot of our favorite names in that ballpark, actually. So
I completely ignored wide receiver, though, so I have to kind of...
Besides the fact this is super flex, this is what do you call it? 0 RB.
It's 2 QB, not super flex.
Whatever.
There's a difference.
There is, but the terminology that is used, except for this website, apparently, it's Superflex.
No, it's not. Like, there's 2 QB leagues out there. Is it Superflex usually a 2 QB league? Yeah, but it doesn't mean that it just gives you a little bit of flexibility. No pun intended there.
Exactly, pun intended. That's why they named it that. Though. I know.
It wasn't that.
Technically, it's not a pun. No, it was. Yours was a pun. Them naming it Flex isn't a pun. Yeah, whatever. 2 kickers. Oh, that's not the same team. There goes your boy.
Did someone drop 2 kickers? Oh.
No, it was just 2 in a row. Different team.
So, 15 rounds. Oops, my bad. I didn't take a tight end, so I'm gonna have to punt on a kicker or defense. Oops, I thought it was a 16 round because it added a starting position. Nope, it did that. Okay, so tight ends, I am going with Gesicki.
I like it. Back around to me. I've got a tight end. I'm probably picking kicker and defense now. I usually go defense over kicker, especially if there's one like Baltimore. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go and do that.
Have you ever heard of this guy?
I guess I have 2 picks.
Detroit tight end, Charlie Taumapeo?
Nope.
No, me neither.
Suck up was good. I think I'll go suck up.
I'm gonna take my guy then. for my kicker. And he got
That really worked out in
drafted.
my favor, ending up with like top kicker and defense. Who else went? Oh, the number, their rank is right there. So they only have a ranked 8th. That's whatever. That's fine.
What?
Baltimore defense, or is that the bye week? That's the bye week, huh?
That's the bye week.
That's so dumb. I'm trying to figure out where Baltimore was.
Oh.
Somebody took the Rams very early. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I got the 5th ranked is what it was.
All right, so why don't you go with your team real quick? Remember, 2 quarterback league.
As Josh just said, 2 quarterback league, so you have to start 2 every. Well, yeah, in this case, you do have to start 2 every single week. Because of that, and the fact that I was 101, I got to take Christian McCaffrey in hopes I would get a decent quarterback pair later. Kind of worked out, kind of didn't, depending on one's opinion. Went ahead and went running back 2 in a row because I felt I could get receiver value early, so I got Antonio Gibson. And we go Stephon Diggs at receiver. Then I take my 2 quarterbacks, and Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts was an auto pick, but probably a fair pick. I'm not upset with that direction at all. Running quarterback. Javonte Williams, because I felt I could wait on my 3rd quarterback, which was the next round in 7th round, Justin Fields. And then I realized I only had 1 receiver. I'm really happy with T. Higgins. I think he's going to be fine. However, I do have his quarterback. So, hey, maybe that's a nice stack.
You got a stack.
I've been getting higher and higher on the value that is there in Odell Beckham Jr., so I took him in the 9th. That's my wide receiver 3. Gus
That's
Edwards. Yeah, I like it, actually. We'll probably talk about it in the coming weeks. I'm just kind of raising on him. Gus Edwards, I feel like, is a great kind of a backup running back, both in reality and fantasy, because I think he has a standalone
Is he
value.
a backup, though?
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's a fantasy that has standalone value, and he's a very important part of the offense, but he's the 2nd running back on the depth chart, I think.
Question mark?
Cortland Sutton, hey, a number 1 receiver in the 11th. Did you have a question, Josh?
No.
I thought you
was
said
just
question.
adding the question mark of, is Gus Edwards really the RB2? I
Yeah.
think they're like 1A, 1B, really.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Robert Tonyan, again, great value, I feel like. I like him a lot this year. Rodgers is in town. Pollard is another great dart throw running back with standalone value, I believe. Baltimore is one of the better defenses. Finished out with kicker, Ryan Suckup on Tampa offense, so that should be pretty good. Now,
I decided, because it's a 2 quarterback league, to try quarterbacks early. I obviously took a hit at running back to do so, but I also wasn't like super in love with Jonathan Taylor or Antonio Gibson there in the 2nd. So I took Josh Allen in the 1st, Dak in the 2nd. When
must be hard to overcome every week for your opponent.
When I came back around in the 3rd, it was just like, once again, with the running backs, I'm like, I don't really want David Montgomery to be my RB1. I ended up with Travis Etienne instead. But so in the 3rd, I took DK, and followed by CD and Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson was more of a, do I want to take Chris Carson here or Allen Robinson? Or no, it was Milo Sanders or Allen Robinson. And I was just like, man, Allen Robinson's still here. I'm going to take him instead. And then I just started hammering running backs. It went Etienne, and then Kareem Hunt, and
6
Michael
in a row.
Carter, Damian Harris, Zach Moss, Jamal Williams. Like I said, none of them are sexy names, but they're gonna probably all score at least 10 points a week, and maybe more. And so I don't think there's gonna be any real super dud weeks in there for most of them. So yeah, they're.
I think their floor. I think their floor is. Go ahead. Let me finish up your roster first, and we'll come back to the RBs.
Yeah, I took Zach Wilson as my 3rd quarterback, more about upside than anything else, because I was kind of waffling between him and who was the other guy? I can't remember.
I answered the other guy now. I don't remember who it was. It was a more dependable guy. Goff. Dependable.
And Goff is I don't even think he got
we expect
drafted.
his consistency out of Goff.
And I think we're all kind of sleeping on Goff this year.
In Superflex,
he's gonna have an okay offensive line to protect him. He's got a pretty solid backfield. His and I think the main thing is that it's Jared Goff, and his wide receivers aren't all that great. But I don't know, man. Tyrell Williams and T.J. Hawkinson, that's not.
I think
bad
that's the answer. There is if kind of like in
if
Baltimore.
And if Amon-Ra St. Brown really comes around to be an every week's starter at wide receiver for the Lions, that's really not that bad of a offensive team right there. Anyways, I took Will Fuller, so I only have 4 wide receivers because I just kind of lost track of where we were in the draft. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get a wide receiver here. Took Gesicki in the 14th. Completely did not draft a defense, and took Matt Gay, the Rams kicker, in the last round. What were you going to say about the running backs?
The downside is the floor is incredibly low. Meaning, okay, we feel good about Etienne obviously having a role, Kareem Hunt having a role. Feel pretty good about Carter having a role, but hey, anything could happen. Mostly that's about the other guys behind him, really. We feel good about Damon Harris having a role.
That the floor isn't low. The floor is high on all these guys. It's just the ceiling is low.
I think if their running back mate takes the job from them, their floor is incredibly low. And that could happen.
So
it could happen. Now, I think each choice, I think what you're getting at is I think you believe, and I think I mostly do for all 6 of them in a row there, that they're going to be guaranteed a role, right? I mean, maybe Singletary takes Moss. I don't think we agree with that, but it could happen.
I think the only reason Moss is going this late is because
Carter's the only other one. Say that again, Josh. I'm sorry.
I think the only reason Moss is going this late is because he's injured at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the only reason.
Singletary, what if he went ahead of him? It's not important. But I'm just saying there's only 1, maybe 2 guys I could poke holes in and be like, he could freaking lose the job entirely.
Why are you poking holes in my guys?
Yeah, right. All right, I think we're good on the mocks. Let's chat a little bit and then head out. If that's okay with you. Because it's 10 minutes till a 2-hour stream. And I don't think we started too terribly late. Was it 10:05, I think?
Someone made me get up at 8:30 to get ready, and then he wasn't ready until 9:30.
Yeah, I mean, pregame takes a while.
No, it doesn't.
That's all I had to say about my roster. I do love Superflex and 2QB. It's so much fun drafting. I've gotten better value in the past. I'm not a huge fan of it.
It's nice to do something different, but I'm not a fan of it. Like if someone's like, "Hey, do you want to do like a regular like redraft league, or you want to do a super flex or a 2QB?" I'm like, regular.
I'm starting to lean the other way. I don't necessarily lean the other way yet, but I'm starting to. The new hotness, or not the new hotness, like, and this is probably going back to last year, but the format that seems to draw in a lot of the hardcore fans like ourselves is Superflex Dynasty, and I'm like, God, that sounds fun. I don't necessarily want another Dynasty league under my belt, but man, a Superflex Dynasty sounds fun.
I think once we get it all said and done, we get these guys, we get our league going with these guys, and we get a guillotine league going, and we get our dynasty and keeper league going. Like, that's 4 leagues right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tapped out. I'm tapped out.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm in the ZTT league, so.
Yeah, you're now into 5 leagues, and I don't have time for that.
Well, I was.
But I've done 5 leagues in a year, and I was just like, I am just overloaded with this, and
I mean, remember, you're the guillotine league guy. I don't really care. I don't really want to do it. I'll do it because it does sound fun.
Oh, it sounds so fun.
Because it's another league. We just talked about it. It's another league on a format that I'm like, I'd rather be in a Dynasty Superflex if I have to get another league. But it's fine. It's available. It's. I feel like it's quick. Not I want to say quick and easy, but. You know, Charge is promoting it. He's sending links. It's right there.
I think that once you do it, and you're going to be like, this is freaking great.
Yeah, and I think if you lose week 1, you won't feel that way.
No, if I lose week 1, I'm going to be like, I got to try this again next year. Why didn't I do more than 1 league?
I just am pointing out the huge negative of that type of league format is, yes, you can be picking up Christian McCaffrey off the waiver wire in week 4, but you could also be done with your whole season in week 1. Hence guillotine. And for those following along at home who don't understand what it is. So that's what I'm getting at. Invest money up front, time, and then it's like, okay, you're done. It's like, I didn't even have a chance to turn my season around. But again, that's the point of it, right? That's why it's so exhilarating and fun. I understand the fun part of it. I'm just coming back to the amount of leagues thing as a undercurrent of the whole discussion is that.
Yeah, I wish there was like just a bunch of free ones that you could
like,
join,
hey, going back to our personal leagues, if my, I don't know, like if they dissolved into 1 league and then maybe I got my druthers with a super flex dynasty in the next couple of years, and
I have no idea why you want to do a dynasty super flex. That just sounds.
Because I'm a masochist.
Whatever. That's your opinion. You can have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Similar to how you say, I think I'll end up loving Guillotine once I get my, toes in the water. I think once you actually start playing Dynasty, meaning you only got to do a rookie draft.
Board.
Hmm?
Nothing.
So what?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
he did.
Making mental notes of
Okay.
the bingo board for all of your sayings that you just rotate through.
Oh, did I just say, to be honest, to be frank?
That one is like the free space, but it's not going to. But it's definitely going to be on the board.
You don't actually have a board, do you?
I'm going to make one.
I'll make
I'm
one
going
for
to
you.
distribute it to people, and then, like that way, I'm going to make an app too, so then you can just be like, oh, I'm listening to the show, and you're going to be like, oh, Chris said that, and that, and that. Bingo!
And you'll be the only one playing. It'll be so lonely. What's your prize?
Never mind. I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole.
It's like I could see the wheels turning, and I was like, "Oh, he's got something," and then it was like, "Oh, can't say that," or something like that. Or like you said, didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. Yep. On that note, folks,
I was like, "Oh, I can't say that." And I'm like, "Can't say that one either." Or that.
Right.
Okay, never mind.
Right. On that note, folks, I think we'll get out of here.
Josh
Every
is hot
Sunday
and his
from here
back
until
is
the end of
hurting
time.
him.
No, I'm just kidding. Every Sunday to end the off season, the preseason, we'll be doing. So I think we have 2 more. Josh, pull up the calendar. So we'll do mock drafts. We'll have it a little more ironed out, a little more, maybe get some community participation there, maybe get some more time in between picks. We'll see about that, to help us kind of discuss what we're doing, what our thought process is more in the moment, as opposed to, yes, and also recap a little bit. Secondarily, we'll of course be doing news, and then when we hit regular season, this will be more of a injury news, lineups, fun chat. I feel like I had another point going forward with the stream. Anyway. Oh, well, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central, so basically 2 hours before kickoff time. We like to get it over with before the games start. Don't want to complicate things by trying to watch a game and etc. Plus, that's what we're all here for, is to watch football. Might do some Discord hangouts if anybody wants to hang out in a voice chat or whatnot during a game.
I think I'm going to be down for that once the weather gets cold.
Right. No, that's a good point. We're still spreading our wings after isolation, so that's been good. But yeah, once we hit that first up here in the Midwest, when we hit, October,
November.
Sometimes it's a little early.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
right,
like
but
last
definitely
year
by
during
November.
October, like even though football was on, like I would just go for a walk because just or whatever.
Well, Sundays
because it's
are
just like I
your
want to
day
get
off.
out and enjoy what last days of warm weather that there are.
Good point.
And it was COVID last year, so I couldn't there was bars I could go to, but
you didn't. Not at this time last year. No. Yeah.
I really
So-
wanted to, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like I can't. No.
You weren't comfortable yet. I wasn't either, and not that I had the option, but
I wasn't even vaccinated either, so I was just like
That too.
no.
But moving on from the weather cooling off, definitely come in, hang out pregame. You were talking about during game and Discord voice chat and stuff. Yeah, I'll probably be doing my fair share of that, unless we have family plans. Then I'll be watching the games when I can. Until then, do you have anything else, Josh? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not usually driving. Driving it into the ditch.
Like, share, subscribe, check out the
Yes.
check out the weekly episodes, YouTube format.
You could actually click
podcast
that
format
subscribe
if that's what you're
button
into.
in the
I
corner.
like the podcast format myself because I don't have time to watch us. I have time to listen though, so
Yeah.
that's what I do.
I have YouTube Premium, so I just minimize or whatever, lock my phone, keep listening. Speaking of subscribing, you can actually, if anybody out there is that not subscribed, you can click that little button in the corner there. Was
There's a button there.
chopping Josh's face earlier.
And no, it really wasn't.
It was good. It was good enough. It needs to be changed, meaning either you need to move or I need to, I don't know.
Like your diaper.
No, It does not need to be changed because I don't have one.
I'm wearing one, so I don't have to get up and go to the bathroom.
Ew. He's
What?
not
That's
wearing
called
one.
efficiency, man. That's efficiency right there.
That's called making sacrifices for the show, right?
Yeah, right.
Except you are the one who got up.
I had
But
to
it-
turn my AC on, which it didn't help at all. It is still warm as hell in here.
You have a good one too, Wonder Tech. Hasta la vista. Yeah, that. Hasta la vista.
Later, Wonder Tech.
Have a
Later,
good one, man.
buddy.